This week's Gamecock Chatter, we visit with one of the newest Gamecocks and defensive tackle Allan Carson. Graduated in 3 years up in Knoxville at the University of Tennessee and transferred and came back home here to play for Coach Gross at Jacksonville State. Thanks for becoming a Gamecock here. Let's talk about your days at Tennessee. Graduated in 3 years. That's unheard of these days. How did you go about doing that?
I just took full advantage of my summer classes. You don't have to take a full 12 hours in the summer, but they offered you to take a full load. So I took the full 12 hours every summer, and after 2 or 3 summers, that puts you a whole year ahead. So I just took advantage of the opportunities that they gave me at the University of Tennessee.
And the first male in your family to graduate from college.
Yes, sir. My grandfather, Sam Miller, he had 72 grandchildren and great-grandchildren, and out of those, I'm the first to graduate, first male to graduate from college.
Did your mom and dad, was that one thing about football scholarship, going to school, you had to get that college degree too?
Oh, yes, sir. My mom always said education was first, football second. But if you talk to my first defensive line coach, Lance Thompson, who now coaches defensive line at the University of Alabama, he always said school first, football second. So it was neat. But at the end of the day, I'm here to play football. That's how you keep your scholarship. But school is very, very important.
All right. Why Jacksonville State? How did you end up here?
I had 3 knee surgeries at the University of Tennessee. I was just down and out. I needed a change of scenery. But one thing I've always worked hard. And Coach Gross, he's always knew that I was a hard worker, and he always had faith in me. So when I had the chance to come, I wanted to get my degree first. When I had the chance to come, there's no place I'd rather be than under Coach Gross and Coach Todd Bates.
Now, were you in football shape? Did you think you were going to be playing football this year?
I was. I actually went through the summer train at the University of Tennessee. So I was possibly in the best shape of my life. So when I came in, I was in decent shape. I had gained a few pounds for the few weeks I took off. So that was a process getting those pounds back down. But yeah, they had a lot of faith in me, and when it came down to playing ball, they always knew that I could play ball, and they had the confidence in me.
All right, with Caleb Lawrence, Devontae Sigler, Terrence Pendleton, Chad Coleman, and those guys, you don't have to play a whole lot of snaps. You do get a break in there. How does this compare with the teammates you had at Tennessee?
These guys, they have SEC written all over them. I've never seen an athlete like Devontae Sigler. He's amazing. It was a play earlier where he got cut out of his gap. He got up, and still made the play. I've never seen anything like that. He's just a supreme athlete. Caleb Lawrence, he's one of the toughest guys I know. I played with him in the Alabama-Mississippi All-Star game. He's just a really tough, hard-nosed guy, and I love being around him. He makes me tougher. So, we have Greg Clark from the University of Tennessee. He's a great player, big guy, big, strong, brute guy. We also have Chad Coleman. He's a smaller speed guy. He gets a good pass rush. And TP, me and him, we have similar styles of playing. We're stronger guys with a low center of gravity that can stand bigger guys up.
Do you guys talk during the game when you've been in there, come out, or somebody else has been in, or y'all all talking and discussing what's going on?
Right. I talked to Devontae Sigler, and I talked to Caleb because they start off the drives, and they come off, and I say, how are they, and they'll give me the heads up, or they'll say, 67, he'll hold you if you let him, and we just talk. So I feel like before I even go into the game, I have an advantage, because I talk to him about the interior 3 guys with those guys, so I really have an advantage before I even go in because of those 2 guys.
All right, I look out there the other day, the heavy set, the heavy package. You're out there lined up in the backfield. Where'd that come from?
I was actually tight end, and it's fun. It's fun. It's neat. Big guys. You don't usually get to line up out there, a lot, or even have the opportunity to even think about touching the ball. So just being out there on offense. I actually did the same thing with Coach Gross in high school.
So you knew about the system or this particular set, didn't you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I knew a lot about it. I actually played the same thing in high school as I'm playing now. But it was fun. It was fun just being out there, just knowing, that you can make a difference on both sides of the ball. At the end of the day, it's a blessing.
Any chance you might get a pass thrown to you in that package before the year's over?
We haven't put the play in, but hopefully, it'll happen. Hopefully, it'll happen.
So you're going to say something to the head man about that, right?
Yeah, hopefully we'll put it in this week so we can have it in going into conference play in case we ever need it.
Speaking of that, Murray State this week, I know you're new. You may not know a whole lot about them. But conference play, no matter where you're at, same thing. I mean, this is the start of the new season, so to speak.
Right. Murray State is a great team. They're really physical. They have four. Their front five is really good. They run the ball hard. Have a few really good receivers. That number 9, he's really special wide receiver. Great quarterback. They're a really good team, and we can't overlook this team. We have to come out there with the same mindset as we do every Saturday, and that's to be the best football team on the field that day.
Thank you, sir. Welcome to Jacksonville State. Good luck this week.
All right, thank you. You too.
Gamecocks and Murray State Saturday night, 6 o'clock. Jacksonville State taking on the Racers. You can catch all the action on our Gamecock Sports Network. Our pregame coverage begins at 5 p.m.